Greeting disc golf fanatics. So today on Mary Meeples we are playing Birdie Pro, the Fox Run expansion course. I have done my setup already. What setup in this game entails is you have warm-up chips that you flip over a certain amount. Then you do that once per player and everyone chooses chips. I'm playing by myself, so I got all the chips. I'm doing 18 holes. So I actually did it twice. The rulebook only says to do it once, but the base game comes with only 9 holes, so I'm figuring 18 holes, do it twice. So that gave me this stack of driving chips, which you'll see in the game what these do, along with this stack of focus chips, this stack of putting chips, 4 Go For It tokens, and we have a starting karma of 12. A lot of that doesn't quite make sense, but it will once we get started on hole 1. We also start with 3 karma cards. And I'm going to point out I'm using my own dice. It does come with 3d6, but I like these green sparkly ones better. And they are just all d6s, so it all works out. So we will get back here with hole 1 after you see how it plays. Hole 1, we have a par 4, 565 feet. Off the tee, you're wanting to go straight up and kind of hyzer into the woods and hopefully land right here. From there, you're going to have a tunnel shot with a slight ante to get up to the putting green and hopefully in for your 3. Alright, so here I am as Rain stepping up to the first tee. So first thing you do is you roll 2d20. Anything that is your karma level or lower allows you to draw another karma card. So my karma is 12, so I will be able to get a karma card. Hand limit is 5. I have 4 in my hand. Alright, so I got great shoes, a disc charger, putting pro tip, and inbounds. So it's a par 4. So I think I will, so you start off by rolling 3d6, and then you see about adding any of these dice to your throw. As Rain, I automatically add 2 dice when I'm in any of the areas that match these symbols, which is the fairway and approach. These are fairway, these are the approach. I think I'm going to do a disc charger, which gives me 2 dice. So now I roll all my dice. 3, 8, 10. I consult here, and that currently puts me in the rough right here. Probably should have spent some chips. Oh well. So that's my first throw. As a 10 plus, that's to determine if I've gone out of bounds. I will roll this D20. If I need to get 10 or higher to stay in. I did not, so my first throw was out of bounds. So I'm already at a 2. Alright, next throw. I think we are going, so I am not in one of the areas, so I do not get dice. So let's spend 2 focus chips. Each focus chip gives you one of these dice. Same thing with the putting and driving. Each chip you spend gives you a die. 2, 4, 8, 11. 11 puts me right here with a chance of going OB. I just stayed in. And now from here is when my power does get into effect. I can get 2 dice automatically. So focus chips you can use anywhere. Putting has to be on the putting green. Drive has to be off the tee. I think we're going to just stick with how we are and hope I finally roll better. That one's cocked. So 11, 12, 13, 14. I didn't quite get under the basket. That puts me in a C1. So I've thrown 4. And I get to go again. So that is what I forgot to grab. let me get out my cards that I need. There we go. So this has what you do before each hole, adding dice, turn order, and then those warm-up zone chips. But this is the card we really need. This is the putting rolling chart. So I'm in circle 1. So if I roll a 9 or higher, I make it. If I roll 7 or 8, I have to roll this die, and that tells me what happens. A 3 or less, I am under the basket, then I tap in. And we are at 10. So I made it with a 5. Par is 4. So I get a +1. Alright, let's move on to hole number 2. Hole 2 is a short par 3. You're going to try and do this low tunnel shot through all the trees and park it into the green. Hopefully to have a nice short putt for your 2. Alright, here we are on to hole 2. First thing we do is the karma roll. That is both higher than 12, so I get no karma cards. We are going to start with the drive. And I think we are going to spend 2 driving chips to roll 3d6 plus the 2 bonus. So that's 10, 12, 14, 15, which puts me into C1 with 1 throw. We are now going to do the putting. And I think I am just going to do roll without bonus. And that is a 14, which puts me in with a 2. So now we record 2. So far I'm at 7, which puts me at even par so far. We'll move on to hole 3 now. Hole 3 is 300 feet, a par 3. That's lots of threes. You're going to throw it off the tee. Go to the left of this Mando. If you miss the Mando, you'll be out of bounds and go into the drop zone. But you're going to try and go to the left of this Mando, work your way up through the trees, hopefully get into the circle to make your putt. Alright, we are moved on to hole 3. Karma it up. That is 2 karma cards. I only have 3, so I'm able to draw both. And typically, even if you are at 5, you can draw both. You just have to discard down to your hand limit of 5. Alright. What do we got here? 300 foot. Tight fairway. Let's go ahead. I think we are going to play Great Shoes, which is going to give me a die. And then let's spend a focus chip to get a second die. Oh geez. 3, 4, 10, 11. 11 just gets me up to there. Okay. And then my card kicks into effect. I get the 2 automatically for being Ray Rain. And roll it up. 9, 10, 12, 13. Puts me at circle 1. And now we do our little putt. And in with a par 3. So 3 puts us at 10 so far. Alright, time to move on to the big hole 4. Hole 4 is a par 4, 629 feet. You're going to throw off the tee and choose one of 2 landing areas. You can land over here to the right, with risking a bunch of OB, and then end up near the basket, or you can come up through this longer tunnel here, not as bad with the OB, and get into the circle, hopefully carding your 3. Alright, here we are on to the 629 foot hole. Start off with our karma roll. 2 karma cards. That does put me over Let's go ahead and get rid of the towel. All right, so I'm down to 5. We have a big one here. Oh, where do I want to land? Possibly up there or up there. So 15 or 19 is what I'm looking for. I think we're going to spend one of our Go For It chips, which means I will be rolling 2d20 instead of the 3d6. I can still add dice in also. So we are going to do 2 driving for that. Let's see what we get. Let's get something big. 12. That was not big. 12 puts us up to here. Let's go ahead and see if we're in bounds. We are in bounds. Okay. That was kind of a waste of a go for it, but these things happen. What do we got next? So next up we want to try and get an 18 to put it under the basket for a tap in birdie would be optimal. So let's go ahead and do an overstable disc, which gives us 1. And then because we're there, we already get 2 for our ability. I am not rolling good today. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 puts us here. We need to roll for out of bounds. We just stayed in bounds, so on our second throw. And I'm not doing any extra. Yep. No, let's do a focus chip. $10, $11, $12, $13, $14 puts us in C1. Now we got to putt out, which we put out with a 4. So we are at 14, which so far I believe is par. 4, 7, 10, 14. Yep, so far we are throwing par. Let's move on to hole number 5. Hole 5, we have a 445-foot par 3, OB on both sides. You're going to be throwing down, trying to land in between the OB ropes to get up here into your circle putt. Alrighty, hole number 5. Start, of course, with the karma roll. Got 2 karma cards. I like both of those. I need to get rid of one. Let's get rid of the overstable disc because that's helpful more so in the wind. And we're down to our 5. What do we got? Fairway, off fairway, putting. So we got lots of those. I think we're just going to go for a big drive. Spend 2 driving chips and a focus to give us all 3. Hope I get one of the big rolls. 6, 7, 10, 13 puts us right up there, right outside the green. That's helpful because there's no OB there. And we get our 2 extra dice for being Ray Ray Rain. Let's just roll that up and hope for 20. It's not 20. It's half of 20 at 10, which puts us at circle 1. This seems very repetitive so far. I'm not doing that good. And in for par. So yes, still at par. It is a par tee, apparently. All right, we're moving on to 6. Hole 6, we just have this short little 270 par 3 with a lot of OB though. If you do go OB, you go back and re-tee. Otherwise, you work your way up to a really tight green, which you see has the OB marker that wraps around it. All right, hole 6, here we go. Karma, no good karma this hole. We start off with the 3. This is a shorty. So it'll be a good one to get up some strokes. Let's do 3 driving. I want to get in there. $10, $11, $12. Huh? Well, that puts me up on circle 1 at least. And now the putting is in. Yeah, I got a second birdie, which puts me at 1 under par. That was a nice short hole. Moving on to a long, massive hole in hole 7. From that short hole, we get to this massive par 5 hole 7 of 1,264 feet. This is a rough, hard to get hole. As you look, there's tons of OB along both sides as you work your way all the way down the fairway, trying to hit the various landing zones to finally get your way up to this tight green to hopefully get your 5, a 4 if you're super lucky. All right, we got this massive par 5 on hole 7. Let's see, first karma roll. Karma is with us for this one. Gets us 2 cards. Pay it forward. I get 2 karma cards. Let's go ahead and get rid of sunscreen and putting pro tip. I haven't really had a putt much. Everything's been C1. It's very helpful. And then, so that was the karma. Let's see what we want to do for our driving. Let's go with 2 driving and a focus chip. So we get the 6 dice. That's 10, 11, 12. Which puts us just right there for our first throw. And we're just going to call it inbounds. I don't have to do the roll because that's the benefit of this karma card. All right. Next up, we are going to play Good Caddy, which gives me 2 dice when off field. So that's going to be my 3 plus the 2. I don't get it for my ability because if you notice the symbol doesn't match. So we have 10, we have 12. Puts me up here. I need an OB determination. I am OB, so I'm on my 3rd stroke now. I am really rolling poor today. There's that. I am now in my abilities range, so I do get the 2 normally. Let's go ahead and throw a focus in there while I'm at it to get 6 dice. 2, 4, 6, 7, 10, 13. Puts me right on the edge here. And an OB again. This is turning out badly. Alright, with my ability. 3, 7, 9 puts me in circle 2. Of course, now I got rid of that. Now I need that putting one. But that's alright because I'm going to do 3 putting chips. 2, 4, 6, 7, 10. I'm in circle 2. Puts me as parked. And then I tap in for my snowman. We are at an 8. That's going to be hard to come back from. Let's see if I can at least finish even for the 18 now. Oh, there it was. So I went up to here, and then up to here, and then into there. Sorry, I forgot I had to move 17 because it's so long. But we are or 7, not 17. Oh, I wish. Not really, because I would just finished almost on 8. So we are done with hole 7. We are going to move on to hole 8 here. As we lose like 500 feet onto the next hole, we are on hole 8, a par 4, 743 feet. As has been a recurring theme, you have all this OB on the left and the right. as you're working your way down the fairway into another tight green with OB in the or right past the basket. All right, what do we want to do on hole 8? Well, first thing we're going to do is roll for karma. Got the karma going on. Another ins bounds, that's helpful. Another fairway, that can be helpful. I mean, I already get the 2 dice, but at least gives me 1 die elsewhere. Just 2 in fairway. I think I'm going to use a go for it, which is going to let me roll a d20. And I'm going to use a focus chip and a fairway pro tip. It's going to give me a d20 and 2 dice. Let's see where I get with that, shall we? A 12, which shoots me all the way up to here, which is a nice landing zone. It's got no OB chance, so I will not overly complain about that. Next we have our 3, 2 for my ability, and you know, at any time, let's play it forward to grab 2 karma cards. There's that. And yeah, we're just going to go with this roll. Nine, 10, 12. 12 puts me on circle 3. I need to do an OB roll. I do just make it. So that was my 2nd throw. And I'm on the puttin' green. So I'm going to do a puttin' pro tip, which does give me 2 dice when putting. I'm going to spend a putting chip as well to give me 3 dice. So now we get to roll 6 of them. That'd be nice if we could make it, get a birdie on this one. 3, 6, 8, 11 from circle 3 puts me as parked, and then I tap in, so I get a par of 4. So I am at 31 going into hole 9, and we will join that here in a moment. This 480 foot par 3 hole 9 requires good placement to get down the tight fairway, made tight by the OB, and again, OB by the basket on this par 3. Alright, here we are on hole 9. Karma roll. No karma. No bueno. Let's go ahead and do a food bar, which lets me get 1 die, and if I would have played that on someone else, I would have got 2 focus chips. Unfortunately, I am playing by myself, so I do not get those focus chips. Come on. Big roll, no whammy, and stop. We have a 12. It's not too bad. Let's do the OB roll. Of course I get an OB stroke. I roll high for karma, low for OB. It's supposed to be swapped. But alas, poor Horatio, I roll the bad. Alright, my power gives me 2 here. Let's just go ahead and spend a focus chip. Why not roll 6? Let's fail miserably with 6 dice. Have even less of a reason. 6, 10, 12, 14. Holy cow, I rolled a 20, which means I throw it in for the par 3. Can't even get me a birdie or anything. So 34. So as of now, I am 2 over par, it looks like. Yep, 5. Well, my first 7, 10, 14, 17, 19, 27, 31, 34. I believe I counted 32 in the front 9. We'll get to the back 9 here in a moment. We start the back 9 here on hole 10, 315 feet, par 3. A simple little pitch up to this real tight green to hopefully get your 2, even with all of the OB along the outsides. All right, on to hole 10. Karma. Nope. See, those are supposed to be the OB rolls, so I don't go OB. But no. All right, so I'm still with these karma cards. I have these 3 dice to throw. Let's go with driving and a focus to roll these 5. So that is 7, 8, 9. Puts me in circle 2. Yay, I made the OB. All right, let's see if this is where I can pick up a stroke. Putting. We're going to spend, let's go and spend 2 putting chips. Circle 2, I want a 14 or higher. 6, 9, 10, 13 from circle 2. Does chain, so you actually get to see the chain die now. So this means I'm parked, I have to tap it in. The white circle means I've made it, and then circle 1, circle 2. And I made it! Yay! It's a birdie! We're turning around, folks! We're turning it around! So that is a 36. Alright. Let's move on to hole 11 with this newfound birdie train. Moving on to hole 11, we have a 600-foot par 4. Woods on the right, OB rope on the left. As you're going down with the OB on both sides, you're going to want to get to one of those landing areas and then pitch up past the rocks to get to the basket and putt yourself in. All right, working our way down the OB ropes on hole 11. Karma roll it up. We got 1 karma card. A driving pro tip. Plus 2 dice on a par 4 5T. Oh look, I'm on a 4 5T. So we'll do that to get our 2 dice. So I'm opting wanting a 13 or 15 so I don't get any OB possibility. Although getting up on a 19 wouldn't be too bad either. Or 6, 7, 8, 9 is definitely not ideal. Which puts me here. And we are just going to call myself in bounds with that one. I'm not trying to roll 13. Would I have succeeded? I would not have. See, I knew what I was doing. So that's my first throw. I'm off field, so I'm going to use my good caddy to roll 2 dice in addition to my 3 dice. I'm down to 1 karma card. What did my good caddy give me? So we are at 9, 11, 14, which puts me in circle 2. Let's go ahead and spend 2 putting chips to roll this. We are in circle 2 putting. 5, 9, 10, 11 puts me parked, and then I tap in. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4 strokes. So back to par. So I'm at 40. And I believe that's 1 over par. We will go on to hole 12. On this 731-foot par 4 hole 12, you're going to be throwing up and trying to get as close to this OB marker up here as you can without going OB, to then pitch across over to the green to hopefully putt in for your 3. Placement will be key on this hole. Here we are on the par 4 hole 12. Roll the karma. We get, 2 because I have a 12 karma. So we have nailed it. Place 2 dice on table as 6s. Roll the 3rd white die. And a big skip gives me +1 space. May not be played while putting. Alright. Now we got some fun stuff. Alright, where do I want to land on this one? Ideally, approach 1 or 2. Can't get there from the tee. So if I don't want to do OB, I got to get to there, which is a 12. I can probably roll 12. I spend 1 focus and a driving. Come on, 5 dice. I should be able to get a 12. 10, 15, 18, 19. Wouldn't you know it, when a big roll doesn't matter, I can roll a big roll. That puts me here with a chance of going OB. And that is just completely fitting. I do a large roll, I go too far, so I go OB. Cool. Cool. Alright. Well, now what are we going to do? Well, I get my 2 dice. And you know what? Let's go ahead. Let's see where I land, shall we? 9, 10, 11, 13. We're going to do a big skip right into circle 1. How about that? Why not? And now we do the putt-putt. Seven, and I get a chain, so I roll the chain die. And underneath, and tap in. So that is a bogey with a 5. So, not my best effort. Alright, we are going to move on to hole 13 here. For hole 13, we are back into the woods for this 375-foot par 3. You're going to work your way down here. Heavy woods to the left, OB line to the right with the woods. Trying to get up here for an open green this time, no OB in the green, to just putt in. Alright, hole 13, small little par 3. Let's see where we can get to. Doing our karma roll first. 1 karma card is a turkey finder. Take 1 focus chip from each player if you have 3 birdies in a row. That is never going to happen for me today, apparently. Alright, what do we got next? Next up, so we have the 3 dice. I kind of want to do nailed it on this hole. I really kind of do. You know what we are? We're going to do nailed it. So we got 2 6s, done. And we are going to add a focus. Done. Alright, so that is 12. 12, 16, 17. Parked. Tap in. Birdie. Nailed it. Yeah. Alright. Should not get this excited, but, you know. Hasn't been a good round. 47. There we go. Alright. Hole 14. Coming up next. Here on hole 14, 342 par 3. You have a real tight landing areas. You have the OB line to the right with the woods. So you want to just kind of pitch out and hopefully land up here in the green for an easy putt. Alright, hole 14, karma roll. Yay, 2 karma cards. Remove that branch, +1 die, +2 if off field. Nice birds, +1 focus chip for each hole you birdied in a row prior to this hole up to 3. Alright, well, right now I'm at 1. I think I can birdie this hole. Yeah. Yeah, I think I can. I have faith. We are going to do the fairway pro tip. So I'm going to have my 3 and my 1. And you know what? I say we throw it in. Come on. I'm going to get a 19. I'm going to ace it. I am not. I'm going to get a 10. And get to circle 3. Alright. That's fine. Everything's fine. Everything is just fine. We are going to spend a putting chip and a focus chip. My last focus, and I have 1 putting left to putt. It's 11, 13. Puts me parked, and I tap in for the par. Should have played that focus card. So that was a 3. I'm at an even 50. All right, let's get on to hole 15. Hole 15, 325, par 3, super wooded shot. You're going to want to do a huge turnover or a flick. Then work your way up here into the putting green to get your circle, or to get your 2. This is a tight shot, but it's one you really want to get. All right, hole 15, we have a short wooded hole. Karma is a fickle beast, but I get one. Zen Master, play before roll, 3 dice, huh? You know what? This seems like a Zen Master type hole. Let's go. Oh, I should have kept that. 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14. Puts me into C1. I am fine with that. I've been good from C1 all day. And of course, once I say that, I flubbed the putt, so I still take a par. 53, 3 holes left, folks. Moving on to 16. Hole 16, 700 feet, par 4. You're going to have a choice to make as you push your way down. Do you try and get right up here, right before the OB jut out, or do you try and push it far to give yourself a small little upshot into the green to putt for your 3? So we're on to hole 16. Karma rolls up. Karma roll gives me 1 karma card. Casual relief, 1 die, 2 and off fairway. That's why it's not off field, off fairway. Duh. Yeah, I finally remembered. We are actually going to do the remove a dead branch to give me 1 die, and we're going to spend my other go for it. So we have 2d20 plus a die. There's no reason I should not roll well unless these dice hate me. 17. It could have been worse. Puts me, actually, it's the only one of the 2 that has out of bounds. Of course it is. Right there. Got to roll over a 6 or higher. Oh my goodness. That actually worked. We have an eagle opportunity, folks. We have an eagle opportunity. Here we go. We have 5 dice. Do I do a 6th? So what do I need? I need a 21 to put in. That ain't happening, even with another die. You know what? We are going to add the extra die, though. Let's go. We need this. We need this. Come on. I needed this. It did not give it to me. 5, 8, 11, 12, 13. Puts me at C1. I make the putt. I still get a birdie. So that's helpful. And we are moving on to the penultimate hole, hole 17. Hole 17, we've come out of the woods, which means we have introduced ropes again for this 321-foot par 3. Working your way down here with a hyzer angle, trying to avoid the OB to land inside the green to putt in for your 2. All right, on to hole 17. Karma roll. I actually get 2 karma cards. Focus pro tip, plus 2 dice, plus 1 focus chip for everyone that you may laugh during this hole before playing the card, including yourself. All right. We're going to do our go for it again with 2d20, and we are spending 2 driving chips. We're going for the gusto. Here we go. Come on. Big numbers. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, and stop. 21. We have a good one. 21. Do the chain die. Yes! 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 That will turn your game around, right? That's a 21. Roll the chain. Chain die. A 1. We have an ace. 57. We can get to par. as long as the last hole does not go increasingly bad. Ace. Woohoo! Ha ha! Alright. That is that hole. On to the last hole. Can we come in at under par? Or at least at par? Find out on the next hole. Alright, final hole. Heading into the clubhouse, we have hole 18, 775 feet, par 4. OB on the left and the right. You're going to push yourself down, optimally land right here in the middle to do a pitch up into the green and finish your round on a high note with a birdie. And here we are, down to the last hole. I am going to play my nice bird, which is going to give me the focus chips for each hole you birdie in a row prior to this hole up to 3. I've birdied the last 2. So that gives me 2 focus chips. Done. And now I'm going to do my karma roll. Probably should have done that beforehand. Got 1 karma card. Lucky roll. Reroll lowest die. Play after roll. May not be played while putting. That's going to be helpful for the way I've been rolling. Alright, off the tee, we want to land optimally in one of the ones. So we want to land in a 15 or 19. We have our 3 dice. We're going to do a focus pro tip to roll 2 extra dice. And see what we come up with. 10, 13, 16, 17. I'm fine with the 17. 17 puts me right there. Roll for out of bounds. Of course, I get the out of bounds stroke. Alright, we are now in the fairway. I'm going to spend one of those focus chips to give me the other die. So that right now is a 3, 6, 8, 9, 10. Let's do the lucky roll. Of course, a horse is a course, a horse is Mr. Ed. So 3, 6, 8, 9, 10 puts me in circle 2. Let's go ahead and spend our putting and our focus. Circle 2 put for the par. That is 3, 7, 9, 10, 12. The chain die. In. 4 of 4, which gives me a par. Which puts me at 61, which if my calculations are correct, puts me at 2 under par, even with that 8. So that was Birdie Pro, the Fox Run expansion course. Hope you got a feel for how the game plays. I am the Groom, playing as Ray Rain, coming at 2 under par, which I will take given how my rolls went. If you get a chance, go ahead and like and subscribe. Comment on this video if you enjoyed this. I do have the base game apparently, so I could do the 9 that comes with that if you want me to. Let me know in the comments. Thanks. Have a wonderful, partastic day.